don't know how to do it is because they don't know what is a commuter means. Okay, so that's just to think it's as a person. Okay, so a person aboard on train A recorded that the train B took exactly 8 seconds to pass his window seat completely. How long was a train B? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So this question is we actually on the two different tracks, okay? Because if they are heading to each other, it's a train, they're gonna create a what? 火车就撞上了呀，对不对? Okay, so it's not gonna happen something like that, okay? So the train A is here and train B is here, okay? So train B is going boo this way and train A is going this way, boo, okay? So when they're heading towards each other, so we can just suppose that this commuter, we can say it's Ollie, is just standing in front of the train. Okay, 我们就说他站在火车头上。Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So how far like Ollie is going past the train B? 你们发觉没有？就是 Ollie is exactly past the distance of train B. Correct, everybody? So the distance is train B. Okay, so let's talk about the time and let's talk about the speed. Okay, so the time we know it takes train that 8 seconds. So it's 8 seconds, right? So now let's talk about what is the speed. So the speed is what? Are they heading to each other? They're heading to each other, right? Correct? Okay, so I want to give you example, okay? So everybody think about it. If Luciana is going from here to here and Jeff is going from right to left, okay? So if the distance is 200 meters and Luciana's speed is 30 meters per minute and Jeff's speed is 20 meters per minute, when they're close, when they're heading to each other, how many minutes later they're going to meet each other? Is 200 divided by 20 plus 30. Correct, everybody? Okay, so now that's the same thing. When train A and train B is heading to each other, so the speed is what? Is 54 plus 72. Get it, everybody? But this is second, this is hour. So how we do it? First of all, it's 54,000 meters, and you need to divide it by what? 3,600. Correct, everybody? Okay, so this is the speed of what? Per second. Correct? So also we need to do 72,000 divided by 3,600 equals 20 meters per second. And this one is 15 meters per second. Is it? Am I right? 54, 36, 136. Yeah. Okay, so basically it's 20 plus 15 equals 8 times 35 equals 280 meters. So that is the distance, aka the length of train B. Understand, everybody? Okay, I give you a very good definition, okay? When you see somebody is heading to each other, the speed is always the sum of two different person, two different trains, or two different cars. Correct, everybody? When they're having the same directions, the speed is always what? Minus each other. Correct, Ethan? Okay, understand? Okay, so let's take a look at next one, okay? 哎，有个人为什么把自己变成狐狸？ OK，还有没有小朋友哪道题不会做的？老师把觉得难一点的拿出来说啊。有没有？那我再把我觉得难的题目拿出来说了啊。OK。Okay, so let's take a look at number 4. Okay, so Luciana, I think you have a problem with this one, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Missed Cortland is driving from Red Deer to Okanagan for business meeting. If he drives at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour, he will arrive at 4 p.m. If he drives at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour, he will arrive 2 hours earlier. At what speed should Mr. Cortland be driving if he wants to arrive at 3:12 p.m.? Okay, so obviously Red Deer to Okanagan is having a distance, right? Do we know that? We don't know that. We only know that Mr. Cortland is having the speed of 90 kilometers per hour. Okay, Jeff, everybody, I want all of you turn on the turn on the mic, okay? Because I feel like I'm talking to myself. It's just, it makes me feeling really bad. Okay, yeah. Everybody, turn on the camera, turn on the mic. Okay, thank you. I need to have the exactly like feedbacks from all of you. Okay, Ethan, turn on it. Yeah, thank you. Ollie, turn it on. Okay, so he will arrive at 4 p.m. Okay, but do we know when he started? No, right? If we know when he started, for instance, okay, so iPhone, if he started, do you want me to call you iPhone? Margaret, what do you want me to call you?
Margaret.
Okay, of course. Okay, so Margaret, if we know that he started 10 and arrived at 4, then this question is very easy. 90 times 6 equals 540 kilometers. That's a distance from Okanagan to Red Deer, right? But do we know that? We don't know that, right? But we can say that this is something we keep in our mind, right? So if he drives at a speed of 120 kilometers, he will arrive 2 hours earlier. So everybody, can we assume that the first time, or we can say when he is driving, when he is using 90 kilometers per hour as a speed, we can assume that it takes X hours to arrive from Red Deer to Okanagan. Can we assume that? Okay, so can anybody tell me if he is using the 120 kilometers, then at that time, what is his speed will be? He will arrive 2 hours earlier. What does it mean? Jeff?
So, well, let me think.
What? 原来用 X hours. Now he speed up and use 2 hours less. So it could be what?
X, but
no. So Jeff, before he's using X hours, 他现在比原来少用了2个小时，那是什么呀？ X minus 2. Yes, now the time is, so now the speed is 120, the time is X minus 2. So this is distance, right?
Yeah.
So everybody, does the distance ever change? No, not at all, right, Margaret? Ethan, right? So that's why it's 90x equals 120 times x minus 2, correct? So 90x equals 120x minus 240. So that's why 30x equals 240. So x equals 8 hours. So that means at the very beginning, it takes Mr. Cortland 8 hours to go from Red Deer to Okanagan, and then later uses 6 hours. Correct, everybody? So what speed should Mr. Cortland be driving if he wants to arrive at 3:12? So we need to think about it when he arrived at 2 p.m. So when he started, so you need to 16 p.m. minus 8. So he started at 8 o'clock. Correct, everybody? So 8 o'clock, after 8 hours, he arrived at 4 o'clock. Am I right? Yes. Okay. So, and if he using 120, he spend 6 hours. So he arrived at 2 p.m. But right now we want him to arrive at 3:12. So AKA how many hours we want him to use is 7 hours and 1/5. So 7 and 1/5 hours, correct? So how do we do it? 720 divided by 7 and 1/5. over 5 equals 720 times 5 over 36. So the answer is 100 kilometers per hour. Okay, let me know. Okay, everybody, are you finished? Understand? Yes? Yeah, 100 kilometers per hour. Yes, you're right. Okay, everybody understand? 那很简单的一件事情，每个小朋友把话筒打开，然后跟我说：“老师，我懂或者不懂，对不对？要说那么长时间干嘛呢？懂了吗？” Okay, so we're going to going forward, okay? 如果你们有哪个题目想要老师说的，就告诉我啊。So now I'm going to explain the number 10, okay? So number 9 is actually very easy, right? Because, you know, when we're talking about the average speed, you need to calculate them with the total speed. Sorry, total distance divided by total time. So let's take a look at number 10. A car left to turn A for turn B. Another car left to turn B for turn A at the same time. The ratio of the speeds of the two cars was 6 to 5 initially. After the two cars passes each other, car A's speed was reduced by 1 over 6, and another car speed has increased by 25, reduced by 25%. When the car A arrived at turn B, car B still have 54 meters away from turn A. Find the distance between turn A and turn B. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So we have this one. So car A goes to this way and car B goes to this way, right? And the ratio of the speed of this car is this one is 6 and this is 5. Correct, everybody? After two cars passes each other. So let me ask you, 老师问你们啊, so when A and B meet, 是 A 比较多呢还是 B 比较多? Of course A 比较多, 对不对? Why? Because A speed is faster. Very good, okay? And the speed will be, the distance they finish will be also 6 to 5. Right? Because this time is the same. Okay, car A speed has reduced by 1 over 6. So if we said before there 6x is 5x, so by reduced it, so the later on will be what? Will be 5x, right? And the car B speed was reduced by 25%. So before it's 5, so 5 reduced by 25 equals what? So it's now only 3 over 4 left, right? Because 1 over 4 is dropped. So right now, after that, the car B speed will be 15 over 4x. Do you understand, everybody? Okay, so they keep walking, okay? They keep driving. When car arrived at turn B, car B still have 54 kilometers away from turn A. So we're going to just do a little bit here. So like this, 54 kilometers. Correct, everybody? So these are all speed, right? Okay, so let me ask you a very simple question. So what is the distance does car A finished after the meet with car B, sorry? Is then that this one? Correct, Margaret? Correct, Ethan? OK, 也就是说，当 A 和 B 碰到以后，这个 B car 是不是碰到的就是跟 A 一样啊？ correct? So let's take a look at this one, okay? So BA car has reduced the speed with 5x， 也就是说，当 A 去走这一段路的时间，其实跟 A 走前面那一段的路的时间是一模一样。I hope you understand what I mean. Right? Because A using 6x to finish this one, and B using 5x to finish this one. The time is the same as BA using 5x to finish this distance as well. So these two, the time is the same. So that's why then I'm going to talk about it because this is 6x and this is 15 over 4x. So this is 54. So basically 6x minus 15 over 4 equals 9 over 4. And all you need to do is just using 54 because that's a distance divided by 9 over 4. So equals 24. So that's a 24 units, right? And all we need to do is just do times what? 24 times 6x plus 5x equals 11x. So the answer is 264 kilometers. Okay, so that's the number 10. So we're going to move forward to the number 11 and number 12. That's the two hardest questions. So in the school, Adam and Bernard run a ward of 400 meters track in opposite directions. Okay, their speed are 6 meters per second and 5 meters per second respectively. How many times do they pass each other? Okay, so first of all, 这是一个什么? It is a circle one, okay? It's a circle one. They meet each other, so Adam is going this way and Bernard is going this way, okay? So the total track is 400 meters and the Adam speed is 6 meters per second and Bernard is 5 meters per second. And how many times do they pass each other in 15 minutes? So let me ask you a very easy questions, okay? So the speed of them is 6 plus 5, right? Because they're heading to each other. So every second they can finish 11 meters altogether. So 400 meters, in order for them to meet, it takes how many? It takes 36 seconds and 4 over 11. So that means what? That means every 36 seconds, a little bit more than 36 seconds, they're going to meet each other, right? So in 15 minutes, how many seconds are there? 900 seconds. So all we need to do is 900 divided by 36 and 4 over 11, so equals 24 and 3 over 4. So that means they're all going to meet each other at 24 times. Understand? 因为遇到一次需要花36秒，那15分钟里面有几个36秒？ So 900 divided by 36. Understand? Okay, so that's exactly how we get it. Okay, don't think about it. Okay, 我们每次一共要多少？这样子很麻烦，直接想那个。Okay. So a car travels at constant speed towards a town. If it is increased the speed by 15 kilometers per hour, the time required in the ratio is 6 to 5. So let's take a look at this one. Constant speed towards a town. If it quick increased its speed by 15 kilometers per hour, the time required is in ratio of 6:5. Okay, so we don't know before. So before 6 to 5. So I think if reduced by 15, it needs another 105 minutes to arrive at the destination. If increased by the time required is in the ratio. So that means before we can say is 6x minute. And right now is 5x minute. Before the speed is y. And right now the speed is y plus 15. Don't you agree with me, everybody? This is time, this is speed. Do you understand what I mean? Before the time using 6x, but the speed is y. And right now, because my speed has increased by 15 kilometers per hour, yeah, so we use hour altogether, okay? So this is 5x hour. Understand, everybody? So you can say 6xy equals 5x times y plus 15. Yes, Ollie, you get it right. So equals 5xy plus 75x. So xy equals 75x. So y equals 75. Get it, everybody? Okay, so I think if you get this one, then the question will be easy, okay? If you already know like y is what, then later on it's very, very easy. Okay, so everybody, that's it for today's, that like I explained the last week's homework. If you are finding this part is very hard, don't worry about it, because I know there are so many students hates this one the most, okay? So we're gonna talk about the other thing. Okay, so let's just start today's class. Okay, so I want to ask everybody a very simple question. Do you know what is Fibonacci? No? Okay, Fibonacci is a very famous Italian mathematician. Okay, and he is one of the greatest Western mathematicians of the Middle Ages. And there was not much record about his personal life, except he was born in roughly 1170 and passed away at 1250. So he's pretty long age, right? Because it's middle age. 想象一下，1000多年以前，他可以活到80岁，对于他来讲，在他那个年代来讲，算非常长寿了。I know it is very common for these people in these days living up till they're 80 years old, right? But think about it, 1,000 years ago, the 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 health is not very, like, his hospital is not, there are not a lot of doctors and everything. Okay, so that's why. That means when you learn math, you could live a very long life. Most of the mathematicians, actually, their life is longer than the normal people. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's because they spend a lot of time studying, and they are not spending all their times on alcohol and those, like, useless stuff, and they live a very happy, a long life. Okay, so Fibonacci is very famous of the sequence he has ever found. Okay, so the Fibonacci sequence is like that. He find out there's a sequence that, so for instance, 1 is the first one, and the third one became the sum of the earlier two numbers. For instance, the third one should be 2, and the fourth one would be 3, and the fifth one be 5, and the sixth one be 8 and 13. Okay, so actually there are a lot of beautiful stuff in our real life is representing the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. Sorry, one second. Fibonacci numbers. Okay, let me just show you some images, okay? So, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that, boys and girls? Okay, so you can see the shell is actually the perfect thing for the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, let me just make it a little bit bigger. And also, if you see this, I don't know, what is this? Flower? Okay, so this is based on the Fibonacci sequence. I know it sounds very impossible because it's a natural thing, right? But every single leaf's angle and how they putting together is actually perfect Fibonacci sequence. Okay, understand everybody? So the thing is, there are a lot of people said mathematicians is actually at the middle age. They're actually a bunch of person that try to find out the true science among our natural life. Okay, so it's not like in our these days, people think, oh, math is just about calculation. It's not like that, okay? So at the middle age, there are a lot of people actually find out the true connection between the natural life and our life. Okay, so today we're going to learn the thing is called Fibonacci sequence. Okay, no, that's yeah. Okay, so let's just take a look at some examples of how we use the Fibonacci sequence to solve the problem. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. A pair of rabbits can reproduce a pair of baby rabbits every month. Yes, I know. That's why, in Australia and some other cities, they're full of rabbits. And there, you know what? There's already like a disaster because there are too many rabbits around the city, and they just are making unlimited babies. Can you believe that? So there's a saying said we should send a bunch of Chinese people over there，然后我们把他们全都做成麻辣兔头，对不对？但是有人就说怎么臭臭？Right? Do you know that movie? No. Okay, so everybody, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so every month, if you have a pair of rabbits, okay, 如果你有一对 rabbit, every year 它们就会生出来 a pair of baby rabbits. And the baby rabbits take a month to mature before they can reproduce another pair of baby rabbits. 也就是说，你看啊，先是爸爸，对不对？先爸爸和妈妈，对不对？然后生出来呢，这个爸爸和妈妈还活着，对不对？他们先生出来一个 baby，对不对？然后呢，这个爸爸妈妈还活着，这是第一个月 first month, second month, and third month. So this daddy and mommy can produce another baby, and this month, after this month, this baby became what? Became an adult，对不对？那 adult 以后他们会怎么样？那他们又会生一个 baby。Get it, everybody? So they're gonna be huge. So first pair of at the first month, and the second pair, like the second month, they already have two pairs of rabbits, right? And the third month, they are gonna be three pairs. And on the fourth month, that's started the kick in the Fibonacci sequence is because you have five pairs of rabbits at the end of fourth month. And at the fifth month, they're gonna be 8 pairs of them. Get it? So they said, how many rabbits there will be the end of the 1 year? It's going to be 233 pairs of rabbits. Think about it. 在第一年的时候，你只有一对兔子，现在有466只兔子。Margaret, can you believe that? And you think about it, the very next year you have 377 pairs of rabbits. So that how crazy the rabbits could be produced. Okay, but the thing is, if you don't know the Fibonacci sequence, it is a pain that you are going to do every single one number yourself, correct? But because you have the Fibonacci sequence, you know the next month is only to be the sum of the first, the second, and third, or the fifth will be the sum of the third and the fourth. So you can just add them together. You don't have to really create the chart yourself because that is a horrible. Correct, everybody? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so that's the same thing. Okay, so I want you to take a look at this one. There is a flight of 6 steps in the staircase. Dave can take single or double steps each time when he climbs the staircase. In how many ways can he complete the climbing? Okay, everybody, try to think about it.
Eight.
Okay. So I have received some answers. So let's take a look at this one. Okay. So because you can take either 1 step or 2 steps. So in order to go to the first one, there are only what? one ways, correct? 你要走上去只能走一个，因为你走2步就不行嘛，对不对？好了，那走到第2个台阶，是不是 actually 有2种方法？一种方法是我走一步，再走一步，对不对？还有一种什么？我直接2步跨上去，是不是？So there are 2 ways for the second step, correct? Okay, so let's take a look at the third step. So again, I have another 1步、2步、3步，我一步一步走，走到第3步，是不是一种方法？第2种方法是什么？我先啪2步走到2，然后我走到3，对不对？好，这是第2种方法。还有一种方法是什么 ，Margaret？我先一步走到 the first step, right? And using 2-step strategy to go from the first step to the third step. So how many ways are there? 3 different ways, correct? Okay, so now let's take a look at 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can use just a 1 step by step, or I can do 2, 2, correct? So 2 ways, or I can do 1 and 2 and 1. There are 3 ways, okay? And I can also do 2, 1, 1. So there are 4 ways. And also I can do 1, 1, and 2. So there are altogether 5 different ways of me to go to the 4th step, correct? So now after that, I don't know, Luciana, if you find out, it is 1, 2, 3, 5. Obviously, it is Fibonacci sequence. So of course, there are going to be 8 different ways for me to go to the 5th steps and 13 different ways for me to go to the 6th steps. Understand, everybody? Okay, so we need to have a solid one to take a look at this one, okay? So now let's take a look at next one, okay? A sequence. So let me just block this. Okay, and I'm just going to do something like that, okay? A sequence follows the pattern of Fibonacci numbers. Find the value of A if the value of the 6 terms equals to 50. Okay, so let's try it. 这个应该很简单。Okay, this one's pretty easy, right? The first one is 5, the second one's 8, and the third one's 5 plus 8, and the fourth one will be 5 plus 2a, and the third one, sorry, the fifth one will be 10 plus 3a, right? And the sixth one will be 15 plus 5a. So 15 plus 5a equals 50. So 5a equals 35. So a equals 7. Very good, everybody. I think this one is pretty easy, right? This one should be no problem at all, right? Yeah, 那个叫什么 Jeff, let me ask you, okay, why everybody's learning French like our baguette and croissant, Because you know what? Peng Peng is doing the baguette and croissant like almost every single day. Like it really drives me nuts. 一个每天都跟我说什么 baguette 呀，每天都要跟我说什么 croissant 啊什么的。Oh, so the thing like you learning in French class is only about food, hey? Only about food, a croissant or a baguette. No, but why she loves it? And you even change your name into the baguette and croissant. Okay, so Ethan, take a look at this one. Okay, so Jolene plans to save A amount of money in January and increase to B amount of the money in February. The amount of money he plans to save in March will be the sum of A and B. And obviously, it's a Fibonacci sequence. The money she saves in April will be the amount of money she saved in February and March and so on. Find the values A, B if the drone saves $75 in June. Okay, your turn. Yeah, you can get some water. No problem, Margaret. Okay, so I'm going to just, Ethan has given me the answer. Good job, Ethan. Other than Ethan, nobody gave me the answer yet?
Almost done.
看来这
Okay,
个的我是
yeah, of course. Okay, so I'm going to just to start to explain this question, okay? So Jolene has starting to collect money, right? So January, February is B, and March will be A plus B, right? So April will be A plus 2B, and May will be 2A plus 3B, and June will be 3A plus 5B, correct? Okay, so 3A plus 5B equals 75. And we know A and B must be whole number. So let's take a look at this one, okay? So 5b equals 75 minus 3a, and b equals 75 minus 3a over 5. So in order to make this number divisible by 5, everybody, because b is a whole number, so a could only equals what? Equals 5, correct? Other than that, nothing will be qualified, or a equals 10, I think. Yes, correct? And or a equals 15, right? So we can have the whole number for the top. So let's see, when a equals 5, b equals what? So 60 divided by 5 equals b equals 12, right? And b equals what? 30 divided by, so 75 minus 30 divided by equals 9. Okay, and b equals 45, so 75 minus 45 equals 30, 30 minus 5 equals 6. Okay, 好，这个时候就有小朋友说，老师啊 there are 3 different answers, but 2 and 3 are impossible, right? It's because every month, 他没说increase, okay? So A is the first month and the B is the second month is increasing to B dollar. So that's why it is $5 and $12 and 17 and 29. That's increasing. And if the A is 9 and B is 9, sorry, 10 and 9 is decreasing. So that's why these two are wrong. So A is 5 and B is 12. Yeah, you didn't read, right? So that's the thing. We need to read the question carefully, okay? So boys and girls, so now let's take a look at this one. So first one, very easy, okay? So just to fill up the numbers.
Nine, 15, and 39.
So A, B, C, D 有4道题呢啊。加油，小朋友们！Okay, so I'm going to start to explain these questions, okay? 3, 6, 9, 15, 39. Pretty easy, right? So 25, 40, and 1 and 5, okay? So 6, 10, 16, 8, 13, and 34. Okay, so these questions should be no problem at all. Okay, so everybody, we're moving forward to the second one. Okay, so these ones, instead of like before, it's like couple numbers is being missing is in the between, but this time is the first couple numbers missing. Okay, A, B, C, D, you have 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to think about this one. Okay, so everybody, if you take a look at this one, so 20 minus 12 equals what? Equals 8, right? So this one's 8 because 8 plus 12 equals 20. So 12 minus 8 equals what? Equals 4. Okay, so 12 plus 20 equals 32, and 20 plus 32 equals 52. Okay, very easy. So minus equals 12, and minus equals 5. So it's 56 and 75. Okay, so earlier, so let's take a look at this one. So this middle number, x minus 20 should equals to 6 minus x. Correct, everybody? Because the differences are, sorry, not the thing, what I'm talking about. So 20 plus x equals 60, right? So x equals what? 40, correct? What I'm doing before. So 40, and this is what? What plus 20 equals 40? 20 plus 20 equals 40, right? So 40 plus 60 is 100 and 160. Okay, so that's a thing. So 53 minus 18 equals 20, sorry, 35. And this is 17. And this one is 88 and 141. So that's it. Okay, so we're going to move forward to the question like that. Okay, the tree drawings below deprecate the initial stage of the growth of the tree. Okay, drawing the fourth and fifth stage of the growth. 我们这个不画了哈，小朋友们，这个是你们的回去作业，可以画着玩的。OK，好，find the value of a in the following sequence. The value of 6 terms equals to 60. 哎呀，
Can I 吃个头？
好呀，去吧。
I messaged you.
I'm sorry.
Huh.
OK， 好，有个小朋友啊。So let's take a look at this one. The first one is A. The second one, 3, and A plus 3, and A plus 6, and the fifth is 2A plus 9. And the sixth is what? 3A plus 15. Correct, everybody? Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. So 3A plus 15 equals 60. So 3A equals 45, right? So A equals 15. Correct, everybody? Fairly easy. 对不对？这个你有点 sad 是不是？狗蛋不在。我们家狗蛋被送到别的地方去玩2天，然后贝狗很难过。Yeah, Beagle. Okay, so let's take a look at number 5. Okay. 真的呀，你的 dog 的 name 叫 Noodle。嗯。Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Oh, there are ants. I'm going to figure out how to make them leave. You can ask somebody professional to do that. And actually, one of my students, their house is full of ants. And yeah, you need to get somebody to remove it for you. Okay, the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. And we're going to talk about the fifth one is just as 3 plus 3 equals 6 and b plus 2b equals 3b. And this one is 9 plus 5b. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9 plus 5b equals 84. So 5b equals 75. And b again equals 15. I know they're scary, right? It's too many. Okay, when the things became too many, then everything is it's scared. Okay, I hope everybody, I think we're doing really good, right? So get it, everybody? Because I see some people send me the answer, but not perfect. So I just want you to make sure you understand every single questions because this is like the fourth time we're repeating the same kind of questions. Okay, so let's take a look at number 6. Okay, so I would like to have Luciana, can you read the question for me?
It is assumed that the pair of adult guinea pigs can reproduce another pair of baby guinea pigs every month. The baby guinea pigs take 1 month to grow before they can reproduce another pair of baby guinea pigs. In which month will there be 34 pairs of guinea pigs. How many pairs of guinea pigs will there be in a year?
Okay, so you know how to do it, right? The guinea pigs, rabbits, okay, they're all very good at producing babies, okay? And also rats. 加油哦！这个 Okay, Ethan has found out. Margaret 说, oh yeah. You don't like guinea pigs? 那个叫什么？谁？Luciana，你告诉我你在说什么东西？你的名字。我把鹏鹏叫起来。鹏鹏 ，Can you help me? They're French. I hate them. Could you please come down and help me to how to pronounce their name? It makes me really lousy. Come on. Oh, Luciana changed back her name. So let's do, what is that? Oh, don't. What does that mean?
Wants moolah.
What? 他要钱吗? Okay. Jeff, you're so greedy. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. We have a first month. We only have one pair of guinea pig, right? So it's an adult. Next year, the adult have another pair of baby, right?
What? Kids now?
Okay, so the third month, so adult have another baby, and this baby became adult. So there are like 3 pair of guinea pig. And this adult here, the baby became an adult. And this baby, the adult have another baby. And this one have another baby born. So there are, okay. So there are 5 pair of, 你还没跳呢, 5 pairs of guinea pigs are there.
No, we didn't kill him.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 5.
Under the pink place.
So 5, so it's gonna be the 5th year, it's gonna be 8. And the 6 months, it's gonna be 13. And 7 month is gonna be 21. And 8 is gonna be 34. And September is gonna be 55. And October is gonna be 89. And 11th is November is gonna be 144. And 12 is gonna be 230. Okay, so everybody, very good. Okay, so good job. Okay, so let's take a look at number 7. There are 12 matchsticks on the table. In how many ways can you draw the matchsticks? If you can draw 1 or 2 matchsticks each time. Okay, so everybody, please send me the answer by chat. Okay, 把你们的答案用那个 chat 的方式发给老师，好不好 ？Thank you. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so if you want to draw the one matchstick, obviously there's only one way, right? And if you want to draw 2 matchsticks, there are 2 ways because you can draw one a time and another one a time. Or at least you do 1 together, correct? So if you want to draw 3 matchsticks, there's 1 1 1 or 1 2 or 2 1, correct? So there are going to be 3. And 4 matchstick is going to be 1 1 1 1 and 2 2 or 1 2 1 or 2 1 1. And what? 1 1 2, correct? So 1 2 3 4 5 different ways. And you're gonna realize there are altogether what a lot of it's just a Fibonacci sequence, right? So 5 is gonna be 8, and 6 is gonna be 13 ways, and 7 match is 21, and 8 match is 34, and 9 match 55, and 10 match 89, and 11 match 130 44, and 12 match 233. Margaret 计算错了，还是打字的时候打错了？应该是打字的时候打错了，是不是？ Okay, just a little bit, Ron. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. There is a flight of 8 steps of stairs case. A person can either take 1 or 2 steps up each time. In how many ways can the person reach the 8th step? Yeah, I know. And you know what? 好像有一个英文单词就是形容这个东西的，等一下。叫 trypophobia，叫 trypophobia。Why do you hate Fibonacci? Jeff, it's good.
$34.
There are a flight of 8 steps in a staircase. A person can either take 1 or 2 steps up each time. So if you want to go to 1 is 1, right? So 2, there are 2 ways, and 3 step 3 way, and 4 step 5 ways, and 5 step 8 ways, and 6 steps 13 ways, and 7 step 21 ways, and 8 step 34 ways. Very good. Okay, so let's take a look at next one. Vanessa bought a pair of baby rabbits in January, okay? I think this one's the same, right? What does the rabbit do? Okay, very good. I think this question I don't have to explain anymore, right? It's 233. Okay, the second term of Fibonacci number is 12. The eighth is 180. Find the value of the first one. So let's try to do this. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. The first one we don't know, but we know the second one, right? So we can just name the first one what? As A. So okay, I give you some hint. 好，有没有小朋友做出来的？加油啊！
3.
OK。So everybody, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so I'm just making the first one A, the second one 12. So the third one will be A plus 12. And the fourth one will be A plus 24. And 2A plus 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 will be 3A plus 60. And 5A plus 96. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7。然后第八个是什么？8A 加上156，对不对？So they equals 180. So 8A equals 24. So A equals 3. Get it, everybody? Okay, good job. Okay, Ethan, very good. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So I would like to have somebody read the question for me. Jeff. Jeff, where are you going? Jeff 不在了。Jeff 去玩了。Ethan, can you help me?
Daniel saved $80 in the first month and $3 in the second month. The money she saved in the third month was the sum of the money she saved in the first and second months. The money she saved in the fourth month was the sum of the money she saved in the second and third months, and so on. If Tana saved $280 in the ninth month, what were the values of A and B given that they were whole numbers?
Okay. 我就要 gonna run for my life，你干嘛呀？你要去干嘛呀？你要去干嘛？Luciana，你们家里面全是那个吗？全是那个蚂蚁吗？让我看，等一下，哪里有？我没看到，你让我看一下。没有。哎呀，那2只又不是很多，你把它踩死好了嘛？你把它踩死不就完了嘛？我还以为有很多呢。哎，那个大家问一下，Luciana 说她要是把那个蚂蚁杀掉了，他们会来报复她的，真是不会的，你把他们杀掉了，他就不 OK。So Tanya saved $8 and B in the second month and the same the third. So A plus B. So you can just do this, okay? So A plus 2B and 2A plus 3B and 3A plus 5B. So basically that's the same 5A plus AB and 8A plus 13B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equals 280. Sorry, 9th month, what I'm doing. So 13A plus 21B equals 280. So we're going to find out what is the whole number, right? So we can say, I'm going to using 21B equals 280 minus, sorry, I'm going to using, yeah, it's not really relevant. It's the same thing. Minus 13A over 21 equals B, right? So obviously this number must be divisible by 3 or 7, correct? So we can try it. After you try all the different possible answers, so A equals 7 and B equals 9. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, so everybody, that's it for today's class. I think today's class is not really hard, right? It's good, right? It's not bad. So I hope I can see all of you give me the homework. Okay, 好，不要说做了一半说啊，老师我不会，我不做了，也不行，好吗？Okay, so today's not bad, right? Okay, so that's it. Oh, and Luciana, you know what? Don't scared of the ants, okay? Because they're just little tiny thing. You can just nail them. Nail them. Okay?
Is that your dog?
Yeah, it's my dog.
He's so cute.
She's
Oh,
she's a
He's so
girl.
cute.
Yeah. Bingo, do you want to say hi to everybody? Yeah, hi. Okay, good. Give me 5. Yeah, bye everybody. Bye bye.